One day, when a buffalo wandered out of Yellowstone Park and started tearing up fences, Donnie Joe thought we should go out and round it up. Big buffalo bulls have no enemies, so it was easy to slip up behind a tree and throw a loop, which landed on Cody's head and wrapped around both horns, and wrapped around both horns. Bighorn Mountains. Days before his death, Forrest had Matt smell the sunshine, read a statement in Yellowstone. He says, "Sometimes I just feel diabolical." Diabolical relates to the devil, Satan and horns. The chest was moved from the Bighorn Mountains. Forrest had someone move the chest from its original resting place over to Yellowstone for a hoaxed ending. It's obvious, from this line of wording, in his treasure found announcement. The treasure had not moved from the original spot, where I hid it, in more than 10 years. Now, let's read only part of that line, and it sounds like this. Moved from the original spot where I hid it. Yep, you heard that right. Moved from the original spot where I hid it. Forrest would never have hidden his chest in Yellowstone. Per the park's regulations, it is illegal to abandon a chest in Yellowstone Park. Forrest consulted with a lawyer, and would have known every regulation of the park. If it was in Yellowstone, then it wouldn't have been Forrest that put it there. Someone moved it for a hoax, and the auction site Forrest Fenn Treasure confirms that the chest was moved from the original spot. That also fits into Jack's carefully written find statement. I retrieved the treasure from the place I found it in Wyoming. So, combine the two statements. The treasure was moved from the original spot, where I hid it. Then Jack says, I retrieved the treasure from the place I found it. It's abundantly clear, what we are watching in Yellowstone is a sham. Scrapbook 209 is about the horned dolls. You will find the word removed, meaning the treasure chest was removed from the Bighorn Mountains. Now, let's compare a line from Scrapbook 209 to the treasure found statement. The treasure has been found. It was under a canopy of stars, in the lush forested vegetation of the Rocky Mountains. Compare that to the horned dolls. Both are wrought with a penchant for trickery. Look at their faces, each has an eerie diabolical grin, as if possessed by some unknown seminal moment. Their clothing is made of spangly materials, luscious forested vegetation, and woven woolen fabrics from around the world. Did you hear that line? The dolls are made from luscious forested vegetation. The term forest is used. This is the type of land the chest was hidden on, Forest Service land. Not BLM land, and certainly not in Yellowstone.
I felt smug because he just didn't fully know who he was dealing with. Sometimes I just feel diabolical.